Hey y'all, welcome back to the Modern Mix Podcast. I'm your host, Emily Bowie. I am a mix engineer in Nashville, Tennessee. I've got timestamps available for your convenience, so feel free to skip around if needed. But if you would like to help this channel and podcast out just a little bit further, go ahead and make sure you are subscribed and give this video a thumbs up. It's totally free to do that. Also, leave me a comment, leave me a review. I'd love to hear from you. Also, just want to mention here real quick that I've just released my 21 best mixing tips. Now, this is a PDF that you can download and keep right next to you to reference back to any time you need. Just head on over to my website, fairairmusic.com/21. Okay, got to be a little bit serious in this episode. And to be honest with you, it's not a video that I ever thought that I would do. But after going over everything, I just feel like I'm in a position that if I didn't say something, then I wouldn't be the educator and the content creator in this area that I kind of promote myself to be. And that is honest and forthcoming with any experience that I have that I think is something that you should know that could be helpful to you currently or in the future. Especially those that are using certain music distribution companies that work in, let's just say, sketchy or fraudulent ways. So if you are thinking about using such companies as TuneCore, I want to give you a heads up on some of the bad business tactics that company is using. So I guess you kind of figured out what this episode is all about. Now, TuneCore is a music distribution company. They are one of many, and I haven't used them since probably sometime as far back as 2017. But a couple of weeks ago, I received an email from TuneCore saying that I had some uncollected royalties, and then if I didn't collect them, and they gave me like 2 weeks notice, that if I didn't collect them by a certain date, then they would be keeping those unclaimed royalties. And so I thought, well, that's interesting. I don't have any music on TuneCore currently. I did use them. Just to give you a backstory on that, back in, I think it might have been 2016 or 2017, I was working with a client and I was producing a couple of songs for them that eventually turned into a whole album. But we wanted to release 2 singles, and we wanted to release them as kind of an A-B side digitally. It was like an old school artwork and everything, and we had side A, side B on the artwork, and TuneCore even said that we couldn't do that because then the song titles would have to be both of the song titles in order to match that piece of artwork, which was really weird because I was literally like, but I got the idea from someone else who already has music released this way. Anyways, so that was kind of my first sign on why I was kind of being just told no on something without explaining why. So we went ahead, but I wanted to use them. I had used CD Baby before to put out an EP for someone, and I wanted to try something different. CD Baby had been around a long time. I think they were more successful when it was just actual CDs that they were selling for independent artists. So I wanted to try something different, and TuneCore was kind of the next in line at that time. So we did that, and then I just realized I didn't like what they were doing. I didn't like some of the sales tactics that they were using. They were promoting upsells for people who may not be familiar with publishing and other companies that you need to register your songs with in order to get them on certain streaming platforms and receive certain royalties. And they were charging quite a bit extra for those features. And those are all things that you can do absolutely free. You can register those songs with Harry Fox, Music Reports, Sound Exchange for free. Those are all free. And even performing rights organizations, your PROs, your publishing, BMI has a free tier for songwriters. And companies like TuneCore were really pushing people to pay these huge amounts extra. At least they were back then. And so I just didn't really like that. Plus, they would try to upsell these digital articles, like reviews on your music that's literally just throwing your money away. Like, no one reads those. Nobody's going to those to find out new music. And I just didn't like kind of how they were running their business, how they promoted things, how they were trying to make people a little less educated, not know that, and try to get more money out of them. And their customer service wasn't even that great. Anytime I would try to ask a question, it was just very short, and things like, well, you can't do that. So I was like, all right, whatever. That was before I'd found out about DistroKid. And once I found them, game changer, right? But anyways, those songs on that 2-release single or A and B side, that had been taken off of TuneCore, or I didn't resubscribe to it, but it was gone. That single is not anywhere out there anymore. And we ended up remixing and remastering it when we put it on the album. So fast forward to a couple of weeks ago, when I received that email saying that I had uncollected royalties, I said, well, yeah, okay. I figured there was probably still some money left on that. So it said that if I didn't collect it, that they were going to keep it. So I decided, okay, well, let me log back into my old TuneCore account and see how much I'm owed. It was a little over $10. What am I going to do with $10? Nothing. But I was like, well, if that's something that, I made off of that, then I'm going to collect it. I'm not going to let them keep it. I mean, they're literally sending me an email letting me know you have money. Okay, so fast forward, and I'm actually going to just bring these up one by one. So here is the email. Dear Emily Bowie, we noticed that you haven't logged into your account nor made a withdrawal from your earnings in more than 3 years. Your balance as of 10/11/22 is $10.22. We want to make sure you're aware that since your account has been inactive for several years, state law requires us to report your balance as unclaimed property to the state of address on your account or TuneCore's state of incorporation. You've worked hard for your earnings, so we wouldn't want to see it go unclaimed. To claim your balance today, simply log into your TuneCore account and check your balance history here. Unfortunately, if we don't hear from you by 10/25/22, we will be required to report your balance as unclaimed property. Thanks for being a TuneCore artist. Your friends at TuneCore. So, okay, great. I go and I click on this little link here. I check my balance. Sure enough, there's $10.22 stated right there at the top that says that I need to collect that. So I go through the process of doing that. And it's changed since I've been active on TuneCore's page. So they make you go in and sign up for this little thing called Payoneer. And I did that. Signed up for it. Linked my PayPal account. And it says that we're reviewing your request to get payments from TuneCore. It could take up to 3 business days. And once approved, we'll send you an email and you can start receiving payments to your PayPal account. Wonderful. Another message. On behalf of TuneCore, we kindly request that you submit tax details. Please use the link below to locate your W form, which is your W-9, and submit your information. It is requested on behalf of TuneCore that this form be completed as soon as possible. All information that you supply to us will be kept in strictest confidence. Wonderful. PayPal, I trust you. That's how I sell my products. They're great. On behalf of the next email that I get, on behalf of TuneCore, thank you for submitting your W-9 individual form. If any details in the form submitted you should change in the future, please contact us and request from our customer care access, blah, 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 blah. Wonderful. So now, Payoneer says, we're happy to let you know that we've approved your request to get payments from TuneCore. All payments received from TuneCore will be automatically deposited into your PayPal account. Wonderful. Sign into your Payoneer account to review your activity and discover our global payment services. So now, then we've got some information down here, but it just says pending. Wonderful. Okay. So next up, Dear TuneCore artist, we're sorry for the inconvenience. There was an error processing your withdrawal of $10.02 from your TuneCore account. Please contact us. And then there's the link where I can contact them at their support. So I do that. I ask them, what is the issue? So to the response of me asking what the issue is, I get the same email. We're sorry for the inconvenience. There was an error processing your withdrawal of $10.02, which, mind you, I had just set up everything, and both of those companies said that it was good to go. It was being transferred. You're good to go to transfer to your PayPal account. So I emailed them again and I say, what is going on, man? What's the problem? What's the issue? Why is there an error? Why are you just telling me there's an error with the processing? So then I get an email from Erica C. Hello, Emily. Thanks for contacting TuneCore. This is an auto reply to let you know that we have received your request. We've assigned it to this ticket number. Our artist support agents typically reply within 1 to 2 business days, and we'll do our best to get back with you as soon as we can. If you need to add additional information to your ticket, please reply directly to this email of submitting a separate request. This allows us to resolve your inquiry fast. Then I get one from Andy. Hello, Emily. We apologize for the delay with your withdrawal. Your account is currently being internally reviewed by our team. I am passing on your request to our department that handles these issues. Please allow an agent 3 to 4 business days to review your case. Okay, so now they have to internally go over my withdrawal of $10. Okay. So now we get an email from Michael. Hi, Emily. Thank you for writing in. After an internal review of your account, we have determined that these funds are derived from abnormal store-end behavior. Because of this, your withdrawal was denied, and the funds will remain held in the account. As a reminder, by agreeing to the TuneCore terms and conditions, you have agreed that in the event that TuneCore has any reason to suspect your account or releases have been subject to, involved in, or generated revenue through streaming manipulation or improper conduct, that we may block your ability to withdraw funds, take down your releases, and or permanently close your account. We have made an internal decision to close your account for violating these terms, and we will not send any new content from your account to stores. just a bunch of crap. And then please let us know if you have any other questions. Best, Michael. So I sent them an email back saying that, first of all, I don't have any, what was it? That the funds were derived from abnormal here's another thing. We've determined that these funds are derived from abnormal store end behavior. So they're saying that it's store end, something with the platforms. But then in the second paragraph, it says that they're allowed to block my account because they may have a reason to suspect that the account or releases have been subject to, involved in, or generated revenue through streaming manipulation or other improper conduct. So they don't even say specifically what the deal is. When I saw this, I just wanted to be like, I haven't even used your platform in over 5 years. The single was, I took that down. If I took something down that I was generating a bunch of money from, I mean, what is that? Is that where somebody just plays and plays and plays and plays and plays a song? I mean, that song got, what, a few thousand streams between the two of them. It wasn't even out that long. You know, and when a single comes out from somebody who's been really promoting something and they get a lot of plays all at once, and then I don't know if it's because we took it off and then went with DistroKid to put the album out. But how are you just going to determine that something that somebody worked really hard to promote has streaming manipulation? I mean, I don't really know what that's about, but here we are. And for them to now say, after this, how many emails was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, you know, now they're trying to say that there's streaming manipulation or improper conduct. They don't even say what it is. They just don't want to pay out $10, even though they were the ones who sent me an email telling me to claim my unclaimed royalties or they would keep it. Well, they're keeping it anyways because they don't want me to have it. TuneCore, are you that hard up that you have to have somebody's $10? It's $10. Do I care about the $10 as an amount? No. The principle of the fact that you're doing this to people, absolutely I have a problem with that. And that's why we're making this video, because this is fraud on your part. You're the one that's manipulating people into coming into this process. Do you get paid? Do you make a fee when somebody signs up with Payoneer? Because I've never heard of those. I've never heard of that company, except for the fact that they said that I had to create an account and link my PayPal account to it to collect from TuneCore. This is ridiculous. And then after all that, of course I'm going to reply to them. So then we get, hi, Emily, unfortunately, it's just been determined that these funds are derived from abnormal store-in behavior because of this, blah, blah, blah. He just copied and pasted what he originally said. And now they're blocking my account. Do you see the problem with that? They don't want to answer any of my questions. He literally copied, do you see this? He copied and pasted the same response to everything that I've replied to. TuneCore, you're a fraud. You're a fraudulent company. And I told you in my last email, I was going to call you out on it. If you're using this company and it's working out just swimmingly, great. You can move on to the next video. But for those of you who are trying to make some money off of the music that you put out and that you work really hard to promote and market and tour and play out, you need to avoid TuneCore at all costs. You really just don't even need to use them. I don't even like CD Baby that much. I think they're behind the game. I think that they use some of the same tactics as TuneCore. I don't know about now, but their customer service used to be atrocious. Half the people that I would be chatting with, I could tell didn't give a crap about music. So I just really felt like I needed to address this, because this is bad business. Bad business. I mean, first of all, I don't like being accused of something that I know I didn't do. Secondly, you're accusing me of something that you would never in a million years be able to prove. Oh, so somebody has a good following. They promote themselves well, locally, regionally. And they put out a couple of songs that they haven't, released anything in a couple of years. People get excited about that. And then something we only had out for I don't even know, maybe a year? Because I just canceled it. Once we knew we were going with DistroKid, I canceled this account. So this is money that, how you have to have, it takes so long, especially for people like Tidal. Good Lord. Is anybody still not getting royalties from them? $10. And I'm sure it's one of those things you have to have at least $10 to collect it. It's just, that's a garbage tactic. Garbage company. I would never, ever use TuneCore. I would never recommend this company to anyone, because this is the type of business that's happening. Here's the proof right here. I'm not making this up. I'm letting you look at my personal emails just so you'll know. Anyways, I just felt like I had to go over this. I felt like, when something like this happens, I'm not just going to not talk about it on this channel, on the podcast, because you're coming here for honest information and experience. I'm not going to be out this, but maybe you would. Maybe that $10 could have gone a long way for you. And I think you would feel the same way that I do about the principle of the matter. It's just real bad business, fraudulent tactics. You literally emailed me and said, here's your money that we owe you. And if you don't collect it, then we're going to keep it. Well, I think they were planning on keeping it the whole time. So since we're on the topic of music distributors, I can tell you right now that the best one out there is DistroKid. This is an honest opinion through years of experience now, that is a company that you're not going to have these issues with. Not a sponsored video. I have worked with them in the past, but, this is just an honest opinion, and I really needed to share it with all of you, because this is a bunch of garbage. Anyways, I think that you are going to succeed a lot further with a company like DistroKid. And if that is something that you're getting into, if you're getting into releasing your music digitally, try DistroKid out. You'll get a discount. I'll leave that link right in the description below. And also don't forget to download my 21 best mixing tips. That's at fairairmusic.com/21. All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for letting me get this off my chest. But more importantly, thanks for letting me let you know my experience through this whole TuneCore debacle. I hope that you got something out of it. Of course, there's probably going to be some hardcore TuneCores out there that are going to give me some hate mail down below, but that's fine. I don't care. This really happened, and I don't want it to happen to anyone else. That's the most important thing here. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for listening. This has been episode number 10 of the Modern Mix podcast, and also here on YouTube on my channel. Thanks for spending this time with me, and I will talk to all of y'all real soon.